Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are looking over the bull and bear evidence for CCIV stock, soon to be LCID stock, which is Lucid Motors. We will be using Tesla as a benchmark, so Tesla's TSLA stock will be mentioned periodically throughout the video. We will discuss Lucid's projected performance by analyzing various predictions of their sales, revenues, compounding annual growth rate, and the electric vehicle EV growth as a whole in the next few years. We will also discuss how to play the merger between CCIV and Lucid and how that will impact the current stock price. Go and press the like button right now for more stock news. Comment down below your Lucid Motors stock price predictions. Turn on subscription notifications if you are new, and now let's make you some free money with Webull. Webull is a free brokerage app where you can buy and sell stocks, options, and cryptocurrencies. But right now, you can get 2 free stocks with Webull. You can get the first free stock, which can be worth anywhere from $2 to $250 for just creating an account. And you can get a second free stock, which can be worth up to $1,600 if you invest $100 or more on your first deposit. You will have a 1 in 100 chance of getting stocks like Facebook, Starbucks, or Snapchat, and you have a 1 in 50 chance of getting stocks like Google or Procter & Gamble. To get this offer, just press on the link in my description box down below, but do it quickly because this offer will not last forever. And without further ado, let's get into today's stories. Currently, CCIV stock is around $25, which means that it is slightly down by 3%. And this is odd because the market got good news today from the Federal Reserve because they said that the easy money policies will continue to be administered even though fears of inflation are creeping in. Sadly, CCIV did fall below the support line of $26, which ended the CCIV rally, but we could see the CCIV stock price to start to run again as the merger between Churchill Capital and Lucid Motors gets finalized in the coming weeks. On July 23rd, the CCIV ticker symbol will change to LCID, and the so-called Tesla killer will make their official entrance into the open market, so this will definitely be a stock to keep your eyes on. Lucid Motors is still a very new company, but it packs a punch by offering a competitive EV with a range of 500 miles and faster charging times to separate itself from its competitors. Right now, Lucid has around 10,000 pre-orders, which shows strong interest in their electric vehicles. The management team is also highly gifted with members from Tesla, Ferrari, and Volkswagen, all working together to generate profits and revenue. However, the cons are that Lucid has not sold a single vehicle yet, it's hard to accurately predict how many vehicles they will sell, they will likely continue to run into production issues, and there is very strict competition in the EV market. Overall, I am optimistic about what they can achieve, and it has been argued by this author that CCIV stock or LCID stock has more potential left in it than Tesla's TSLA stock, because it would not take a lot for CCIV to grow by 400%, but it would take a lot to grow Tesla's market cap by 4-fold. Plus, the TSLA stock price trades at 137 times forward price to sales, which is extremely expensive, but this is no surprise because investors are anticipating major growth in the EV market. The CCIV stock did hit $64 earlier this year, but after that we saw a huge correction. But we have seen these corrections in other EV makers like Tesla, who ran up to $900 but then fell back down to around $600. So a healthy correction is always good to see. However, the valuation for CCIV is still rather high. The great news is that the EV market is insanely lucrative for investors because over the next decade, the electric vehicle industry is predicted to grow at a compounding annual growth rate of 29%, which is amazingly high. So I am extremely bullish on electric vehicle stocks because of this. However, let's not get carried away and let's refocus back on CCIV's valuation. It seems very likely that Lucid Motors will be listed with a valuation that is above $35 billion, which is very high for a company that has not sold a single car yet. Lucid Motors currently projects to sell 20,000 electric vehicles and gain revenues of $2.2 billion by 2022. The Lucid Motors CEO says that the company is currently on track to sell 577 vehicles this year. However, he has not verified the projection of 20,000 vehicles in 2022 because that is a huge jump from 577 vehicles all the way to 20,000 50,000 vehicles, so I anticipate that these projections could change later on. However, it is definitely possible if they scale wisely, because in 2023, Lucid projects to deliver 49,000 electric vehicles, which is more than double the year prior, and on top of that, by 2026, the vehicle deliveries are estimated to be 251,000 for an annual revenue of $22.7 billion. If this is true, the growth of Lucid Motors deliveries will actually outpace the EV industry, which has a compounding annual growth rate of 29%, which we mentioned earlier, and Lucid Motors will have a CAGR of 88.2%. However, this seems slightly unrealistic, but if they can pull this off, it would bring in loads of money for investors, even if they met half of these projections. Lucid also projected that they will be free cash flow positive by 2025, and by 2030, Lucid plans to have 6 products out because they plan to challenge Tesla's Model 3 by 2024. Right now, Lucid Motors provides luxury EVs where the margins are very high, but they also plan to compete with Tesla to produce more affordable EVs. But honestly, I think Tesla will easily beat them in this regard because of their economies of scale. I also think that Lucid is better off in the luxury EV market as a whole, and that's where they should stay. Lucid has already run into production problems with the Dream Edition vehicle, which was pushed back to the second half of 2021, and like all automakers, the semiconductor shortage just added to their problems. Currently, Lucid is trying to fast-track their production by investing $350 million towards their manufacturing capacity, which I think was a great use of their capital. CCIV Stock is also compiling a lot of short interest, and the reason for this is the upcoming merger. You see, for catalysts such as a merger, we see great enthusiasm and excitement in the beginning, which is what made the CCIV stock price reach $64. But since then, the hype has died down, and because of how close the merger is, we could see more pre-anticipatory running, but after the merger, the stock price is expected to fall, and that is what shorts are betting on. So whether or not you believe that Lucid Motors is a Tesla killer or not, they are definitely a company to keep on at least a watch list. The chances of LCID stock growing by 400% is definitely possible depending on how accurate their delivery projections are, but overall they have good leadership, healthy engineers, loads of capital, and the drive to try to take out the industry leader, which is Tesla. Now, I personally don't think that will happen, or at least not anytime soon, but we will see. The EV market is extremely ripe for investors right now, so just make sure you get in at a reasonable price if you intend to get in at all. But what do you all think? Comment your favorite EV stocks down below. Remember to like this video right now, turn on subscription notifications if you are new, and I will see all of you in the next YT video.